Yo, what is going on guys? It's Mannie and today I'll be showcasing Indra in attack missions. Now, I do want to say that I did put solo in the title, well I think I did, but I'm only going to show you one Indra solo because I actually don't think soloing is the best way to play Indra. He's actually very good with a team, and the reason for that is you're actually able to do a very broken thing with his ultimate. He actually has the best ultimate in the game for the final room. There's no other ultimate in the game that can do what Indra's ultimate does versus a final room. So yeah, you actually want to play with the team because you can get to the final room and not need to gate crash, because you're soon going to see in this first attack mission, I'm going to be gate crashing with Indra solo because I found out that gate crashing with Indra solo is pretty much the best way to play Indra. It's very similar to Kankro. The only real difference is he has no recovery, so you can't really afford to mess up, and you've got to pretty much play a perfect game. So yes, you can imagine how hard it is to solo with Indra, especially in the higher tiers of Gokunin. But yeah, I will show you how to maneuver with Indra, some tips and tricks you can use, especially when soloing, and then fighting a Gaara, which is by far Indra's worst matchup. War Gaara can just screw your life over because everything he does dots or seals you, and both of them just ruin Indra's life. So again, like I said, recommend to play with a team, but for the first attack mission, I will show you playing a solo. Now, I'm going to put my hands up, and I will admit I cannot win 3 in a row just soloing because it's so difficult, especially against Gokunin fortresses. This fortress is pretty much top tier, just missing KLM, which could argue be argued why I won this, but you'll soon see it is not the case. And yeah, obviously if you're new around here, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. All that good stuff does help me out a lot on our way to 5k, and again, appreciate all the love and support that I've been getting recently. But yeah, moving on to the gameplay. So Indra is very similar to back when you had to play, well, back when Shisui was the meta. Teleport, don't move around too much, especially in tiles that 100% have a bunch of tornado traps. And then trigger them or trigger enemies from afar, combo with Indra. It's very easy. It does take a little longer for Indra to kill just because his damage output isn't insane, but he has paralysis and seal in the same kit. So you can imagine the enemy is definitely not going to be doing too much to get Indra. Again, the only real big threats are War Gaara, and Rinnegan Sasuke is also a little bit of a threat, but you're about to see how you should trigger Shinobi every single time. So what you want to do is, or obviously, teleport in, and you want to be just in range of spawn, and then you MS preemptively before they spawn. So when they spawn, the MS effect is still lingering, and then they immediately get stunned and knocked down. And that is pretty much the best way to deal with Shinobi. You're going to see me use that method for pretty much every single Shinobi, except Gaara. Gaara gets what Gaara deserves, the ultimate to the face. My best advice when fighting War Gaara is literally just ultimate him, because you can't afford to get hit by any of his jutsu, and the ultimate does give you the evasion. As you can see, he revived, immediately sandstormed me, and due to my evasion from my ultimate, I was actually able to avoid all the hits. It does help out a lot. Pretty much allows you to deal with Gaara very easily, and luckily this Gaara was placed in a not full open tile, so he was actually trapped behind a wall there. And yeah, if it's an open tile Gaara, again, just ult him immediately. And other Shinobis, later in the video you'll soon see how I spawn them and whatnot, and I'll talk a bit more about that. But let's move on to the gate crash solo method. Again, very similar to Kankro, if not slightly better, because you can get evasion and run around the final room if you don't manage to kill Rin. As you can see, bang, Rin and Kankro survived, and that's yeah, this is it. This would be bad news, but luckily I've got evasion and speed buff, so I can actually run around like a crazy bastard and not get hit. Now, a little nice thing about Indra's teleport is it puts an electric puddle, so when they're kiting you, you can actually stun them when the invincibility runs off, and then find them again and just combo them. So as you can see, the Kankro did get stunned by an electric puddle when I was kiting him and running around in circles, and he got met with the stun, and then Rin followed after. getting stunned, sealed, and just smashed completely. So Indra solo, it's not easy. I'm gonna be honest, it's not easy just because a lot of things can go wrong. If you misplay slightly or if you lag or whatnot, it's pretty much over. Indra can't take any type of damage over time or whatnot. But that is it for the solo showcase with Indra. You can probably kill your whole fortress with Indra without needing to gate crash, but again, it's just not the best way to do. And yeah, so moving on to the second and third game, I will be showcasing Indra with a team and why he is extremely broken. And in this showcase, I will show you why he has the best ultimate for the final room. Literally the best ultimate you could ever dream for. It sounds funny, it sounds really random because it's like, wait a minute, this ultimate's not even like full type. How can it be the best for the final room? You will soon see why it is. And yeah, so I'm not gonna lie again. I did play extremely poorly in this first attack mission, but you'll soon see why having broken supports is just, I mean, attack mission at this stage of the game is just so dumb because supports just carry me. The supports literally carried me to the victory in this game. Played tremendously terrible. Like, I teleport here thinking there wouldn't be a barricade, like a moron, get flung. Should have got punished, but I didn't. Literally got sent to the one tile that didn't have a shinobi in it, so that was pretty lucky. But yeah, so coming here, it's just 6 past Naruto trying to kill my KLM, save my KLM, which is obviously the shinobi you want to live the most because again, he will be able to heal all that damage over time, all those status conditions from you, save his ass. And then again, you still gotta be careful, you know, don't walk around too much, don't trigger the tornado traps, don't get sent and don't get punished. A good way to do it is do his attack chain twice and just run back. You will see me doing this tactic a lot with Hashirama solo on my channel, you can check that out. But yeah, you can do that with Indra very well because he does have that speed boost and his attack chain is actually pretty smooth, so it's not that bad to trigger traps. And yeah, so I don't know why I full speed ran in there. This is where I should have died. I should have got punished, but luckily for me, that Indra decided to have a little of a lag spike and just stand there, so that was pretty nice. And yeah, as you can see, the ultimate does create a electric puddle. It's pretty much Kabuto's poison puddle in an ultimate, so you can imagine how insanely broken that is as a game mechanic for an ultimate, and why you can actually gate crash with him. But yeah, so there goes the Itachi. As you can see, my Gaara and my Hashirama literally took out Kabuto and this Itachi by themselves. So thank you for that. But here we go. Focus. Well, you don't have to focus too hard, but look very closely at what I'm about to do to this guy's final room. Absolute cheese. So it's exactly the same as DMS Kakashi. You want to stand slightly outside of the final room. You just cast the ultimate, let the ult hit the final room, and then just walk in, and then it just pops them all. Like, are you kidding me? I'm actually going to rewind that for you guys, so you can see exactly what the cheese I just did. This should not be allowed. Same thing as DMS, you just stand slightly outside, you wait for it to actually hit them, and then you just walk in, and then the puddle stays there for that long. Boom, insta kills all of them. Now you might be wondering, the KLM, if he did raw, he would iframe. Yes, he will iframe, but the puddle lasts longer than the iframe. So when KLM gets out of the raw, he gets immediately popped by the electric puddle. So it doesn't even matter. And yeah, so that is why Indra is extremely good as an attack mission main, despite a lot of people saying that, you know, he's not too great, he's not all that, he's not a must summon. And I will agree, he's not a must summon, but if you're a newer player starting the game, it's not bad to summon on these characters, especially because you're going to get a lot of mileage out of them. They're going to be, well, Indra especially is going to be fairly decent in your fortress, and you're going to need a shinobi for Sam. So if you are a newer player, especially if you only started a couple weeks ago, do not skip Indra, just because I feel like if you're a newer player, you definitely need all the characters you can get. But if you're an old player, Indra might be a bit underwhelming, but a lot of people definitely did still summon just because, you know, it's 2.5 anniversary celebrations, everyone's playing, everyone's hopping on. Ashura, Indra are huge fan favorites, despite them being side characters, which is pretty funny. But yes, let's move on to the third and final game that I will be showcasing. And this one I will just talk a little bit more about, again, how to deal with specific shinobi, especially, like I said, Wargara, which is again Indra's worst and only terrible matchup. Everyone else is fairly manageable. Maybe Kankuro. If you lag into Kankuro, you can definitely die and pretty much be very sad. But yeah. So as you can see, about to fight Wargara. What you want to do is, especially if Gara's in these tiles, as you can see, I did ult and I just walked or spawned Gara. So I actually want to rewind that just to show you guys how I deal with pretty much the dangerous shinobi that you have to ultimate. So you want to ult next to their, or into a wall next to them, and then you want to spawn them. So when they spawn in the ultimate puddle and they instantly die. So that is the way you want to handle dangerous shinobi you don't want to really face. And again, the shinobi you kind of want to do this against is 6 Pass Naruto, Wargara, and maybe Kankuro, but mainly 6 Pass Naruto and Wargara, just because immediately they can just seal you and then dot you, and you just don't want that to happen to you. Other shinobis in the game don't really do too much dot. They normally just seal and whatnot, so it's actually pretty easy to maneuver around. Those are just the massive threats that you have to worry about. And yeah, as you can see, that Shisui, you don't really care about Shisui, especially if you have KLM with you. My KLM just got sent into Kabuto Genjutsu by himself, so he is definitely dead. Nice knowing your KLM. Big sad. He just melted. But yeah, that is one problem again with Indra. You can't really guarantee the safety of your supports, but you do want to use supports just so you can get to the final room, because as you can see, Indra's final room is the best in the game. It's funny to say this, but Indra's main problem is the shinobi outfield, which is the completely opposite, the complete opposite of most mains, especially trap clearing mains, because trap clearing mains have no problem whatsoever dealing with the outside shinobi. It's just when it comes to the final room, sometimes they do struggle a little bit without the help of their supports. Whereas Indra is the complete opposite. It's literally like, look, final room is an absolute cake. It's the outfield that it's like, yo, help me out a bit here. Just because, again, Indra does have low damage output, and yeah, you can't make too many mistakes. But as you can see, did the same tactic with 6 Pass Naruto. Teleport, spawn outside the range, and ult him. I actually want to rewind that. Sorry if you hate the rewinding, but I do want to explain what I am doing to these shinobis. So I just want to pause as I move in. So as you can see, I'm standing slightly out. I think, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's like a 5 or 6 tile teleport, but the radius of a shinobi spawn is about, I think it's 3 or 4 outwards. So you want to spawn. So basically, you can check this by clicking on the shinobi in your defense, and you'll see the radius. But you want to spawn just on the 2 tiles outside. So they spawn in. So 6 Pass Naruto wouldn't spawn. So if you teleport from where I'm standing, if I teleported from the red bubble inwards, Naruto would have already spawned because he would have sensed me here. So by the time I teleported here, he would have just used a jutsu and sealed me or dotted me. So you want to stand outside just before he can actually see you. So when you teleport in, he sees you, and then he will spawn, and then you've obviously already MS'd, and he will just immediately drop to the ground, and then it's a free rain kill. And it works, again, like I said, on every single shinobi. It even works on Wargara, except I don't want to mess with Wargara. He's the one I'd like, because if you screw that up against Wargara, you're boned. But if you screw that up against other shinobis, you do have a bit of leeway to survive. It's not the end of the world. Again, like I said, the main shinobis that you do have to worry about are ones that can actually do damage over time to you. But yeah, after you kill every single shinobi, you don't even need to worry about your supports. They've done their job. They've helped you kill every single shinobi. Now, all you gotta do is get to the final room and, yeah, just cheese it. Completely cheese it. Ult. It's just, I can't believe this is legal. How is this an ultimate? How is this an ultimate Indra? Why? I'll be honest, at first, I thought Indra's ultimate was absolute booty cheeks. But after seeing this, it's just... And shoutouts to Mythos in my Syndicate guild, because he did show me this, and I was like, bro, this is the most BS thing I've seen in a very long time. But yeah, that about does it for the Indra attack mission showcase. Comment down below your thoughts on Indra, where I should tier him in the tier list. I am going to upload the Reddit tier list couple days. Just been a bit busy, testing out Ashura because oh my god, I'm trying to get Ashura to work, but Ashura is so hard to play. He's very hard to play. So not sure when I will upload my Ashura attack mission video. I will say can't solo with him. I just cannot do it. It's way too hard. But I will be doing a team attack mission with Ashura. So if you do want to see that, please comment down below. Otherwise, probably won't really do Ashura just because I'll be honest, he's not very good as a main. But yeah, that's enough waffling. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy the content today. Again, appreciate all the support. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.